Hey everybody, Blast here, and I'm back with another slightly longer movie review. Today I'm covering one of my favorites of all time, The Terminator. So, The Terminator is a sci-fi action horror hybrid released in 1984, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, Michael Biehn, I'm gonna have to look that up, and Linda Hamilton. You should recognize these names if you're a big 80s sci-fi nerd like me. Arnie's from literally every other action movie from the 80s and 90s. Michael Bean as Hicks from Aliens, and Linda Hamilton from uh, Children of the Corn. As much as I love and respect Linda for the Terminator movies, she hasn't really been in a lot of things. Anyways, let's talk about the movies itself. The movie itself, Jesus. And by the way, real quick, I just figured out that you pronounce his name Michael Bean. So, cool. So, in 1984's The Terminator, we follow Sarah Connor. She's a waitress working in LA, living a decent enough life with her roommate Ginger and her pet iguana Pugsley. It never shows what ends up happening to Pugsley, and I hope he's doing alright. So, Sarah's being hunted by the Terminator, with only one man to help her survive. The movie begins with the Terminator showing up from a portal and then attacking some punks and steals their clothes. I don't remember if the movie mentions it, but I remember somewhere it said the teleporter only sends organic matter, which is why everyone who teleports are naked and they're missing their weapons. Anyway, we also see Kyle Reese's arrival from the portal, or from another portal a bit after. He steals some homeless guy's pants and gets chased by the police. Even though I love this movie, I never understood why the police immediately go after him. I could assume they were investigating a disturbance because of the portal, but why chase after him with their guns out? Anyway, we also cut to see what's going on with Sarah, and we see a day in her life as she works at the diner and gets mistreated by everyone pretty much. Even her friend goes to show her that somebody with her same name on the news was shot down brutally. Like, what kind of friend is that? Well, one with a sense of humor. Speaking of being shot brutally, the Terminator is on her trail hunting down every woman named Sarah Connor and straight up killing them. After work, Sarah goes home to get ready with her roommate to go enjoy their Friday night. Ginger stays home to screw her boyfriend, and Sarah goes to see a movie since the guy she was going to go out with ditched her. She goes to eat some food and finds out another woman named Sarah Connor was killed again on the news, so she checks the phone book and sees that she's the third and last Sarah Connor left in the city, so she understandably starts getting worried. She tries to call her friend, but no one picks up. We then see the Terminator breaking into her house and killing Ginger and her boyfriend as he mistakes her for being Sarah. But as Sarah Connor is calling over the phone, talking about how she's worried, the Terminator picks up on the phone call, and she tells who she tries to tell Ginger her location, and that's how the Terminator finds out where she is. So after that, Sarah goes to a nightclub as she catches Kyle Reese stalking her. She calls the police who are looking for her as they're investigating the murders and suspects Sarah Connor will be the next target. How do they know, I wonder? Anyway, Terminator walks in and is about to shoot a frightened Sarah Connor as Kyle Reese begins firing at him with the shotgun that he stole from a police vehicle. Nice. A gunfight breaks out, which leads to a chase scene, and Kyle and Sarah get away. Stuff happens and we find out that Sarah Connor's son will be the savior of humanity in the future war against the machines, which is why the Terminator is after her and why Kyle Reese is here to protect her. And that's where my synopsis will end. I think that's like the first 30 minutes of the movie, if I'm not mistaken. So, some background on this film and like how it impacted my life, or not really impacted my life, but how like the background of it, like, yeah. I've watched part 2 countless times as a kid, and recently watched it when it came on TV, and it made me want to watch the first one, and I watched it, and of course I loved it. It's a typical slasher film with action scenes and cool looking robots. It's awesome. The special effects are amazing. Well, mostly. Sarah Connor is beautiful and you feel for her struggle and her confusion. Reese is cool. He's basically just Hicks from Aliens, which is fine because I love Hicks. He's my favorite Marine from that movie. The Terminator is terrifying in this movie and completely different from his counterpart in the sequel. And in fact, he's completely different from every other Terminator movie, which made this one really stand out. It was an experience to watch this movie for the first time, and I loved it ever since. I'm pretty sure I said that already. While I still like the second movie more, part 1 is still like in my top 10 of all time. So to start wrapping things up, I loved this movie, and I understand how important it was. It has that nihilistic angle, how humanity will eventually fall to the machines, but there will still be hope no matter what. No matter how bad it is, we could still come back from it. The special effects could be cheesy. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to say what I liked and didn't like about the movie, so let's do that real quick. So, what did I like about the Terminator? It has a cool story about time travel. It has a good mixture of genres of the action, the horror, and the... Honestly, it has a decent enough drama about between Kyle Reese and Sarah Connor. The soundtrack is legendary, dude. I love the opening track where the beginning credits, the intro credits, and you always it's badass. So those are like my big things that I really liked. What did I not like? I feel that the special effects, mainly the scene of the Terminator doing surgery on himself, is very cheesy. But I like cheesy, so I don't care. And I'm sure, or maybe, I don't know, I wasn't born in the 80s, so I can only assume that the effects were good for the time being, in 1984, you know. Otherwise, I got no major complaints. It's a solid movie. I give the Terminator a 9 out of 10. It's got some cursing, a lot of violence to be expected from a movie called The Terminator, and one sex scene. But unlike most sex scenes, this one is important to the story. So you may want to skip the scene when watching with kids or parents. And that's my thoughts on The Terminator. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you want to see more. I've also started a Patreon if you want to support me financially, and or maybe not. I'm still trying to work on it. That's why you must watch The Terminator. So, see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Hey, you, wake up! Open your voice!